Many dogs feel deeply connected to their human families, especially when shown affection. However, some develop an even stronger bond, essentially viewing their owner as their mother or father figure. It's not a universal dog trait, so how can you decipher if your canine companion sees you in this parental light? Let's explore the signs. Number 10. The begging glance. Just as human children are often fascinated by what's on our plates, dogs who see themselves as your kids exhibit the same behavior. Whenever you're enjoying a snack, it's highly likely your dog will position themselves nearby, eagerly anticipating a small piece for themselves. Their desire to partake often overrides any concern about whether the food suits their palate or is even good for their health. They simply want to share the experience. It's common for dogs to beg for food, particularly if they've been conditioned to receive table scraps. But for dogs with that parent-child perception, those treats from your plate are practically expected. After all, a parent wouldn't let their child go hungry. Number 9. The constant companion. Some dogs who display childlike tendencies don't just want your company during outings. They also crave closeness within the home. If your dog consistently stays right at your heels, it strongly suggests they thrive on your attention. These dogs often need to be in your presence, even for briefest movements, like a quick trip for water. They might be sound asleep, but they'll instantly rouse and follow you if you get up. While this behavior can be endearing, it can also become bothersome if you desire solitude or find your dog constantly underfoot. It's important to remember that this behavior stems from their deep integration into your family unit. However, it's also crucial to differentiate this closeness from separation anxiety. If your dog exhibits panic when you're out of sight, even momentarily, it indicates an unhealthy level of dependence. Number 8. The dramatic display. Not all behaviors of dogs who identify as children are easy to manage. Similar to human children, some dogs express their displeasure through temper tantrums, often triggered by minor frustrations. These tantrums can manifest when they're denied a treat or when it's time to leave their favorite play area. Even actions taken for their safety, like bringing them in from the rain or removing a dangerous chew toy piece, can elicit a tantrum. Tantrums aren't always noisy affairs. While some dogs will vocalize their protests, others engage in silent sulking. They might strategically position themselves in your path and fix you with a disgruntled stare, clearly conveying their dissatisfaction. The good news is that, like with children, a well-timed distraction can often help them forget their grievances. Number 7. The royal treatment. A dog who perceives themselves as your offspring may develop rather refined tastes. You contribute to their luxurious lifestyle by providing top-tier food, ultra-comfortable beds, and an array of premium toys. If your dog seems disinterested in playing with other dogs, it could be that the other dog's activities simply don't meet their elevated standards, especially if you're not involved. They might prefer to return to you for a more engaging game, or perhaps they've simply had enough of socializing at the dog park and are ready for some quality cuddle time on the couch. Number 6. The need for security. Does your dog frequently seek reassurance from you? If so, it might indicate they see themselves as your dependent, rather than the self-sufficient descendants of wolves. They instinctively turn to you when feeling insecure. In their perspective, sheltering behind your legs offers the ultimate protection. An indicator of this reassurance-seeking behavior is their play style with other dogs when you're present. A self-reliant dog will happily engage in play, even when you're not in the immediate vicinity. Conversely, a dog with a childlike dependence will frequently return to your side, seemingly inviting you to participate. These dogs often form intense attachments to one or two individuals. This goes beyond mere shyness. It's a genuine need for their chosen person's constant presence. If you're that person, it's a strong sign your dog considers you their primary caregiver. Number 5. The preferred mode of travel. While most dogs aren't fond of hugs, and being carried is generally out of the question, this doesn't imply a lack of affection. They simply dislike the feeling of being tightly embraced or restrained. However, dogs who exhibit childlike behavior might be an exception. This is particularly prevalent in smaller breeds, who can tire easily trying to match your longer strides. Their smaller size makes them easier to carry, and they quickly learn to expect a cuddle whenever you're on the move. Of course, even a large breed puppy might enjoy being carried, providing you with a good workout as they grow. Ultimately, this behavior communicates their preference for you to handle their transportation needs. It's understandable when their little legs struggle to keep pace, or it might simply be a desire for the added security of being close to you. The closer they are, the safer they feel. Number 4. The canine wardrobe. Dogs often display remarkable tolerance for our eccentricities, especially when seeking attention. However, similar to their aversion to cuddles, many dogs strongly dislike being dressed up. While you might find it adorable, most dogs find clothing restrictive and uncomfortable against their fur. Dogs who happily accept accessories and various outfits are more likely to view themselves as your child. Perhaps it's simply the desire for attention, or maybe they've observed you lovingly dressing your human children. Regardless, they seem to appreciate the time and effort you invest in their wardrobe. This is particularly true when there's a practical reason for the attire. In snowy conditions, your dog might readily accept the warmth of a winter coat. Number 3. The green-eyed monster. Mirroring the behavior of human children, dogs can exhibit strong possessiveness over their belongings. If they're not accustomed to sharing, they may struggle with jealousy when they see you interacting with another dog. Some dogs even display jealousy when their favorite person gives attention to human family members or a partner. A jealous dog might withdraw or attempt to insert themselves into the situation. In fact, they might try to drive away anyone they perceive as encroaching on your affection. While not always aggressive, jealous dogs can become so if they believe that assertive behavior is acceptable. A pushy puppy vying for lap space can escalate into snapping or growling. Number 2. The personal assistant. Dogs naturally rely on us for assistance due to their lack of hands. However, a dog who believes they're your child takes this reliance a step further. You become not only the source of entertainment, but also the designated carrier of their belongings. If you often feel like a mobile toy container, it's likely because that's precisely how your dog views you. Even if capable of carrying a toy themselves, they entrust you with it for safekeeping. Refusal to carry their toy or forgetting to bring it along can even trigger a tantrum. While some dogs will carry their toys during walks despite seeing you as a parent, there's no guarantee they won't expect you to take over when they tire. Number 1. The Playtime Pro. Play is always more enjoyable with a companion, and for dogs, their favorite human is the ultimate playmate. If your dog sees themselves as your child, they'll likely demand playtime frequently. Their insistence on you carrying their toys is directly related to their expectation of spontaneous play sessions. They believe your time is best allocated to them, regardless of your other commitments. Many dog owners can relate to this, even when work needs to be completed. In your dog's perspective, any moment not spent with them is a wasted opportunity. They might initiate play by dropping a toy on your foot or nudging you until they capture your attention. Ignoring these invitations can result in a tantrum or sulking behavior. So, having explored these signs, you can now better understand if your dog views you as their parent. But what underlies this strong attachment? Hope you enjoyed learning about these signs. If you did, please like and subscribe for more.